Hey y'all, hey, how y'all doing? I hope everybody's feeling good and great and all of that shit. Well, anyway, y'all know how I do it. I just jump right into it. So today is Sex Tip Tuesday. Bitch, Sex Tip Tuesday. Bitch. Um, So we're going to talk about understanding the deed. We have to have an understanding of it because I think that women kind of don't have an understanding of it, and then some men don't really have an understanding of it as far as its discipline and self control about their own member. So the one thing this wise woman once told me, who is my mother, very credible. So don't do it. But anyway, she said that she said like a penis don't have no conscience. Like when that thing get erect, it's ready. You know what I'm saying? Uh, so for women to understand that, right? Because we don't have one of those. We don't have a member. So what you need to understand, like my mother said, like when it's ready, it's ready, and it'll be ready to do whatever. Unless this man has a strong moral compass, as well as strong values and self discipline. Now this is something that has to be worked on, which a lot of men, some do not have that. Because why? Because they never been taught that. Some of them been taught like they've been learning from dudes outside in the street. You know what I'm saying? Or your parents don't even talk to you about sex. Even like as a man, you have to have some integrity about yourself. Just because a girl see you and she may come up and be like, "Yo, let me ask that for 5 hours." You know what I'm saying? And you like, okay, like what? Her teeth, she doing meth and fentanyl and hair. Like who knows? I'm hypothetically speaking, but I'm just saying. You can't be quick to just drop your drugs. Did y'all see this one video where it was a man? He was in the backseat of a car, like a truck, and his man was. Men do weird things. Women, they on a whole nother level. They jumped in the back of a truck, the man and the woman. Now it was at night. I'm assuming like in a situation like that it had to be like it was a transactional situation, and that person probably was street life on the walking side or street life on the drug side. That's just my guesstimation about the situation. And they got in the back and in the back of the truck, and he was about to, there was no interaction with. I guess he just got his thing hard and was better and was about to enter. But before he entered, like he could smell it, he was like, nah, 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 nah. Why would you even get to that point? Like you that horny the way you just like in the middle of the night with your man with a camera, like taking a camera of you doing whatever with this woman, and then you're not even thinking like as a man like how that or look like your man got the camera and you in the back seat with the lady of the night and whatever way it may be, drugs, maybe you're walking, you know what I'm saying, and you don't think that your friend could possibly be, how you doing, or do y'all both trying to set that shit up? Okay, so I just went a little further. But anyway, so the point is, it's like, just how this man didn't have no integrity about himself. He was just like, yo, I'm just about to, because I guess he was feeling, however the situation came about, and he was willing to do it in the middle of the night in the back of a truck with his man's, with the camera. But he couldn't because it wasn't, it was tart. See, women, with the one thing that you need to understand when it comes to like that penis, like when it's ready set, it's on some go. Like seriously, like it's just and it's sad because ain't nobody telling the man to have like some discipline and some self worth and morals and values about yourself. You shouldn't be putting yourself in any situation when it comes to sex. I had some of my friends. I'm gonna tell my friends names, of course not. But they shared a story with me. I don't know where they found this girl. They said they was able to find. They found this chick who was willing to offer all of them. This was back in high school days. So I'm assuming like she was probably around. But then again, you don't know what's going on in her life. What's going on at home. So they got her. Women, listen. They are was had her on the table with what they joint out, rubbing on their joint, wait until they turn. This is from what I gathered, like, because that's the way that they said it to me, like as if the girl was on the table. I don't know if they were being, they wasn't really that descriptive, but in my mind, like it was like that. Like they had the girl on the table and they all was around with their thing out and waiting their turn. Like I said, I used to work as a hostess at swinger clubs. I done seen men in the line. This girl was allowing herself to get gang banged, and the dudes were in the line like a McDonald's line. You know what I'm saying? Just waiting their turn. Like what type of? You see what I'm saying? See, ladies, this is what I'm saying. This I want y'all to understand, like how these men can work, and also if he a type of man who unfortunately who is not suave enough, who don't have charisma, who's not charismatic, who do not know how to socialize with the opposite sex, he'll have problems with having sex. So he can go to a place like that or a lady of the night and be able to, and relieve himself. But yet that's still that thing that's on him, if he's one of those types who don't know how to engage with a woman on a one-on-one basis. We talking about verbally first. And just how to interact between two people. As a man and a woman, or a young man and a young woman. Like just getting to know, like just knowing how to converse. Some men don't know how to do that. You know, I have a theory about men who are that, you know what I be bugging out, because I be seeing on here sometimes, like I see Caucasians saying that word and it's not a problem, but when I say that word, it's a problem. Well, we already know how this stuff goes. But anyway, like with men like that, I don't. Okay, I do have a theory. This is just my theory. I think that their member is quite tiny. That's just off the cuff of me thinking. Or they have been a victim of someone doing it to them. Because like you learn stuff from somebody else. Either you're gonna break from it and you know that it's wrong, or you're gonna succumb to it, depending on your environment and how much of a great support system, and how that, as well as how much of awareness that you have within yourself. I mean that you're working on your wellness, your mental, your physical, your spiritual, your financial, your emotional wellness, and whatever else you want to add and take from. You know what I'm saying? Because if not, then you would just trickle into that type of a situation, like on the side. So, ladies, so this is the thing. Like, you have to understand that these men do have that. And another thing too, before I go there. I can kind of understand, like, how a man could engage in a sexual act with another man because of their readiness. Because when it's ready, it's ready. Because of that. But once again, like if you are a strong man, like, and you come from like a great background, or pray that everybody did, or or you working on yourself and you have some discipline, some self-worth, some understanding, like, or homosexuality is just not something that you're a part of. But I can see like how, and also when they're drunk too. Like when you are under the influence of something. That's why I always say you have to be in your right mind. Don't ever engage into anything recreational, whereas it's drugs, where it is alcohol. You want to always be in your full mind. Always be in your full mind. Because when you're not, you can be easily taken advantage of, or find yourself in a situation that you don't want to be in, but you're in it because you just not in your right state of mind. So just like women, I have heard somebody say, like, talking about men and why they gotta cheat, why they just can't love me. Sex ain't got nothing to do with love all the time, ladies. It don't. I'm just saying, it does not. Two people can get together just because, and they can be somebody, one of them or both of them could be in a relationship. They can see each other. They have this mutual attraction for each other, and if they so happen to get alone, and depending on where they are, like mentally, or if either they're gonna succumb to it or not. And if they get alone, they more than likely would engage in a sexual act. Like I said, I'm not lying. I'm mad about this shit. I was in a relationship with this guy, man. This dude had this sexual energy that was like insane. Like you can feel it. You can it tastes like some collard greens with some and some cornbread. Like it was thick. You know what I'm saying? And we wind up talking to each other. We both were in a relationship. He had a girlfriend. A crazy thing, ladies, y'all need to understand too. Like men try to they're trying to think that they can fuck with your mind and be like, yo, me and my girlfriend, all she do is this, she nag, blah 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 blah, thinking that you're gonna be like, oh boy, boo. So just know that's a trick that they try to do, play on your emotions and shit. That's why we emotionally well. Like we see through it. Like, okay, you're going through your witness. You a big boy, handle that. You know what I'm saying? That don't make me want to be like, okay, I'll do this for you. You know what I'm saying? But some women, unfortunately, they do fall for the okie doke. Let's not fall for the okie doke. So it was this. We both was in relationships. We planned on going swimming because we met at the gym, and I wind up not going. And I'm mad at myself because I wish I would have did it. But in my mind right now. But at that time, I was like, no, I didn't want to do it. I had already cheated on this dude before. But anyway, whatever. It happens. What are y'all talking about? You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't getting pleased correctly, and well, to my liking. And at that time, I wasn't able to verbalize how I was feeling inside and what I wanted sexually. And we have to have these conversations with our children, with our boys and with our girls, like how this thing works. Yes, ultimately, of course, you're going to make the decision when you are ready to engage in a sexual act, of course. Because we all are sexual beings and we all going to, you know what I'm saying, at some point. And hopefully that is somebody of your age, because, it's be a lot of these, be messing with like girls like 11 and like even some younger, you know what I'm saying, who will go after a young girl who body may be bodying, but after you talk to her, she's a young girl. She may even tell you this. Some dudes will still be like, I don't care, like, disgusting. And we also have to have these conversations with the boys too, like, about young girls, and also your girls too, like both of them. You don't take advantage of nobody that's younger than you. You are a leader to the generation behind you. So you gotta stand on business about that. You don't take advantage of nobody that's younger than you. See, this all come from the teacher, and that's why we have to have these conversations with our children, people, so they can have high moral compass, values, and structure about themselves. And to know that they just don't give their body to somebody just because they want it, and don't get peer pressure into something, and have boundaries. No, back up, you too close. And you also have to tell the boys, like, if a girl says no, like, that's what that means. And don't get into your emotional bag, and then if a girl you try to holler at and she say no, and now you bitch with a brick. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what you know what I'm saying? Like, what type of, see, because these men has not, these immature men have not been taught how to accept rejection. The same thing with a girl too. Like, you're gonna get rejected. A girl, you might come up to a guy, maybe you strong yourself, like, tell me, oh, I like you. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind. I would like to get your whatever. However you lay it down. You know, you don't have a problem with doing stuff like that, and he may say no, and you can be like, oh, okay, well, thank you, and just walk off. Life is about rejections, but you also have to know how to handle them. And that's what we got to teach them. So, ladies, the one thing that, wait, did I talk about that? Okay, so yeah, this one girl's like, why that if a man be with, like, if I'm married and he go and cheat, you know what I'm saying, why he just can't be with me? Because he attracted to somebody else. And if he get with something, like I said before, and they get along, they going to get it in. Because we all are sexual beings. And it don't have anything to do with you. So, ladies, that's another thing, too. Don't try to blame yourself for something that your man did. Like, if he went out and he was with somebody or whatever the case, that's just where he was. That was his decision to do that. And it don't necessarily have anything to do with you. Now, maybe y'all could be having some goings-ons in your relationship. Maybe things ain't going right. Maybe y'all not having these conversations that y'all need to have. And sometimes it may not be that something is there's a sickness in your relationship. It may not be that. It could just be that this person and another person have this attraction for one another, and they act on that attraction. You just can't stop it. Nobody, like, well, the whoever is in it have the ability to stop it. That's if they want to. Now, y'all know I don't believe in, like, we are meant to have sex with just one person. That doesn't mean I don't value relationships. Yes, I do. Having somebody in a two-family home is great. Having a man there to protect you, and you two being supportive to one another spiritually, experiencing experiences on this life, financially, spiritually, emotionally. Like, yes, it's a beautiful thing once you evolve. But yet there's a lot of people that's in relationship just to be in a relationship, and your shit is sexless, and it's like not going anywhere. You understand what I'm saying? So so yeah, I need to understand, like, how this shit works. And then also a lot of women, like, just suppress their feelings, like, because you've been told to. Now, I'm not saying for everybody to go out, like, to just go out and just be throwing the pussy in a circle. I'm not saying that. But a lot of women do just be like, because, yeah, this belongs to my man. And they do. I mean, what they do and they don't, because your body is yours. Don't nobody own nobody. That's another thing that y'all need to understand and have in your mind right off the bat. Yeah, so understanding the D. I hope you understand the D from that. Well, anyway, y'all know my name is Rill. I'm intimacy coach / seductress with the service called Seductive Art. And on February 28th on my TikTok, I'll be a TikTok live where I'll be giving you a full view of what seductive art is. So I hope y'all come and join me. It's for ladies. I know men probably go long on whatever. But anyway, so I'm gonna be diving deep into that. That's February 28th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My TikTok will be down in the description box, so you can follow me. I'll follow you back. If you don't have no follow, I'm not. If you don't got no videos, I ain't following you back. I'm just saying. But anyway, and I'm also an author. The title of my book is called Quickie. It's 7 short erotic stories. Read while you fuck while you read. And I am a designer / fashion architect. The name of my brand is Real Nice by Rill. And I will be selling some of my things, my garments, on TikTok. I definitely want to be posting it this weekend, for sure. And I know I post it. Anyway, no, for sure. And if you like it, If it resonate with you, please, by all means. Yeah, if you want some hot shit. Real nice by Real. Stop playing with me. And if I resonate with you, you know what to do. Please hit that, click that. I would appreciate that. And y'all know how we lead this motherfucker. Be thankful, be grateful, be focused, be on time, be ambitious, be about your motherfucking money. Black people, be black and proud. Be confident, be kind, be humble, be thoughtful, be supportive, be great at what you're great at, be fierce. We're going to say this one more time. Be confident, be one with God, be well within your wellness journey, be loving, be a great ear, be a part of your community, be all these great things. Because we're on the highway to the most high. And in the midst of you doing all of that, don't you fold, don't you think twice, don't you peep around the corner. And that is, you always be you. Because God made you perfect just as you are. Until we meet again, y'all have a great night. Peace.